I did about 3.5 years of school, then I dropped out, mostly because of my drinking. And the college environment was, I felt like I fit in there. I had a solid group of friends. I kept my circle small. I was doing the right thing primarily. It's just I couldn't put down the bottle. I would be waking up too sick to go to class. I'd have to have a drink. If I did have a drink, sometimes I would just be like, forget about class, I'm just gonna drink today. It got to a real bad point where I decided I needed to take a semester off to, kind of get my head back on straight. But I never went back. After I dropped out and after, my time ran out in Syracuse, ended up going back to Chicago to try and get some help because I wasn't getting really any help in New York. I went to my first treatment center, and then I relapsed basically as soon as I got out. I was kind of waiting to relapse because I didn't go to treatment for me. I went to treatment to go please my parents. And that's, honestly, that's the reason why I came down here. I didn't come down here to get sober, but I've been down here for a year, and like, if I really wanted to go back to Chicago, I should be able to. A flight to Chicago was like $200. I've had $200 in my pocket plenty of times, but I'm just not in the right frame of mind to, get my situation together so I can do that. So I just been stuck down here in a cycle, and I'm just trying to break it because I'm tired of doing this, man. My family's very supportive. I talk to my mom almost every day, just for emotional support. Sometimes they'll be there for me financially. If I'm not working or anything, I can always depend on them. But for the most part, it's good. They have like certain boundaries with me that they don't want to cross. I think they do like Al-Anon or whatever, just to kind of see how to deal with me sometimes. Because, my behavior gets pretty crazy sometimes, especially when I'm blacking out. My people have like peace of mind, knowing that I'm down here safe, not running the streets of Chicago, drunk as hell, either gonna get shot or hit by a car. You know what I mean? It got to that point in Chicago. Like, I was blacking out every day, just because I like to. I didn't have anything going for me in Chicago. I wasn't going to school. I wasn't working really. I just had a bunch of free time all day, so all I would do is just drink, hang out, party, go to bars, smoke weed with my boys occasionally. Some days were bad, and my parents, they just had enough and they sent me down here. I would drink as heavy as, people around me. That's where I learned how to drink like that. Before that, I wasn't drinking like, shots and shots and shots and beers, And it just kind of stuck, that behavior just stuck with me when I went back to Chicago, drinking socially to black out. But then I realized that people didn't drink like that normally. Yeah, everyone in college did, so like I fit in just fine. But when I was out of college, people don't drink like that no more. Like, they stop drinking like that when they're done with college, They get their shit together. I just couldn't do it on my own. It's crazy because like today, I feel like I have it together. Because I've been down here for a year. I can probably count on two hands the number of times I drank down here or relapsed. So that's like a miracle for me. Drinking 10 times in over a year, unheard of. It's just, for certain people down here, it's not good enough. They want complete abstinence. And that's where I struggle sometimes, whether I'm willing to give them and myself complete abstinence, or if I'm still gonna, dabble in, a couple drinks here on the weekend, a blunt here and there, after work, It's just something I struggle with, and like, I've never completed the steps, so that's something I want to do, and maybe, that'll give me a little bit more like guidelines to like how I should live my life. But as of right now, I don't know anything. So like right now, I'm that newcomer in the meeting that's just gonna shut up and listen. My sponsor was at least twice my age. He was like a father figure to me, one that I never had. Now I'm just looking for like my sponsor's like just a good friend who can show me the way.